I'm Paul, I'm a level 2 judge.
I'm Dave, and together with Metagames. We chose Star City Games because, as a player originally, I thought that they were the best tournaments to be involved with. The highest expected value if you show up, you've got more chance of getting an invite to the invitationals, you've got a good chance of going to a really good tournament when you go on the scene, and it made sense to try and bring something like that to England finally, and I really wanted to play in one. No one else was running them, so I thought I'll get together with some guys and see what I can do. And I've known Paul for a very long time. He's one of the best judges I know. So went to Paul and said, could we do this? And Paul said, yeah, we can. Do we want to? Sat down.
We crunched figures, I checked with judges, we got the feel for the community, talked over TOs, got what they wanted to do, realised that we were basically going to be running this by ourselves at Brilliant, and just decided to take the plunge.
And then since doing that, we've met wonderful guys that have been willing to help us out with coverage. We managed to find a venue that was willing to try and help us as much as possible, get the players value for rooms, food, drinks, everything. So it's been a fantastic experience just to meet people that want this. Attendance to the main event was just incredible. I think
We got 170 for standard and 95 for legacy.
I think like the standard tournament, how big is that compared to other things you've seen in England? You've judged quite a few things, so.
We're the second largest non-GP nationals event for standard, and as far as I'm aware, we're the largest legacy event in the country since it's changed its name to Legacy.
You mean when it was it 1.5?
Yeah.
I mean, that's a long time ago, yeah. The general feel that I got from players was, please run another one. Thanks for doing it. What did you hear from people?
Weekend was amazing. Cash prizes, brilliant. Star City invites just outshadowed everything that they knew. Better than PTQs. We want more when you're running more.
I think the best bit was just having people come up to us at the end of the event and sit down and actually talk to us and ask us about just, why did you want to do this? And, did you expect to get this many people? Were you,
The feedback we've got from players has been amazing. Any more feedback that we can get kind of influences how we're going to go forwards. Would love to do more. We need to kind of see how everyone else has felt about the event. We've got a lot of feedback at the end, and obviously we're very tired after the weekend, but we need more feedback from you guys. Do you want to see more? Is this what you want? Let us know.
As a player, I've never really actually interacted with judges other than when I've had a judge call, and most of the time those have been quite positive for me, but luckily Paul here has worked with quite a few judges in his past, so when it was time to try and get this event off the ground, we went and approached them. And who did we end up getting?
We got 8 judges overall. We had 7 for day 1, 7 for day 2, slight difference. I went through the normal channels, I approached the regional coordinator, done everything else. As from the judge programme, obviously everything went swimmingly for them.
Did we have some guys actually go up a rank today?
We had a level 0 qualify for level 1 this weekend, and we had 3 level 2s, 3 level 1s qualify for level 2 this weekend. And as a point of view from the judge community, as a weekend in general, that's amazing. Like, getting one judge to level up on a weekend, or a PTQ, is more than expected. So as judges, getting 3 level ups is outstanding.
As I was running around trying to get judges food and drinks and that kind of thing, asking them about how things were going, it seemed like they were having a really good time. Did you get to speak to them at all? I mean, several just had to dash off. And,
I spend most of the day TOing, but obviously as a judge I got to speak to a lot of the judges anyway, just outside of it. Everything went brilliantly for them. They loved the event, they loved the idea of bringing Star City Games over to the UK and bringing cash prize tournaments to the UK. that there was nothing that they were disheartened about. There was nothing that anyone had anything to say about. Venue was brilliant. Everything for them just amazing.
One of the things we got asked a lot this weekend was, when are we going to do the next one? And we actually spent quite a bit of this weekend talking with other venue owners about what they would like to see in their own shops or what they would like to see from the scene. And did you get a general feel that we could probably do something again very soon?
And yeah, I mean, we've talked a lot to just about everybody that we possibly could, and we're hoping that this is going to be a foothold for trying to get something like a Star City Games Open series within the UK and possibly Europe as a wider area. Just we need to obviously discuss this further with everybody else, but the judges love it, the players love it, they want to see this thing in the UK and Europe.
For me, the best moment of the entire weekend was on day one when 170 people all went to the same pairings board at the same time, and I just realised just how many people had showed up today to compete in this event. And that moment for me was A, atypical of a Magic event because we had 3 boards, and B, just wonderful just to see that many people all in one place just to play the best competitive Magic they could do this week.
My best moment from the weekend was just having so many players and so many responses, so many judges, everything, just the entire weekend, and the responses we got for the entire weekend were amazing. We got brilliant responses from everybody that we asked. The event was amazing for everybody. We loved every minute of it. I loved every minute of it. I know everybody else that was on staff loved every minute of it. And the weekend for me personally was just so fun and so relaxed. Even though it was a competitive event, it was brilliant.
I think one of the interesting things about running the Star City Games event was some of the merchandise that's sent over, the things that I wasn't really expecting players to go wild about. And then we had a side event as a vintage tournament where one of the random prizes was that someone could pick a dice bag from Star City Games that had the same picture on it as the playmat. And one of the guys was like, I want that. I just have to have that. And he basically convinced 2 other players to not take that before he could get it. Like, you do realise we got 4 of those. They're probably the only 4 in Europe. It's probably even more unique than you realise. So then he went to compete in the Legacy event to try and get a top 8 playmat to go with it. So that was an interesting aspect of having the Star City Games merchandise.
And Star City obviously provided open points for the weekend, which is very good for the players. But from the judges, all of the judges this weekend got their equivalent of judge opens points. So they got judge points that if they travel over, they can spend at the store and they can get all sorts of merchandise. They can get judge sleeves. They can get, and if they get enough points, they can pay for the Star City will sponsor them for flights. And the Judge Open series, the way that Star City is supporting judges is amazing, and the fact that we're able to offer part of that as part of our event is really good for the programme.